Another question we often hear is, how much does it cost to build a house? How much will this project cost? What's your price per square foot?
It depends. We do a lot of legwork up front to ask our clients and to send them questionnaires so that we can get information back and then price actually what they're asking us to price. But to just off the collar tell people what our per square foot price, which is also very dependent upon how you actually determine how many square feet are in the house. Are you basing your square foot price off of the total square footage that is included in the build for example, the main floor, the upstairs, the garage? Is your per square foot price just including the main floor square footage? So I think there's a lot of different things that go into that equation. And the real answer should be, it depends on what you actually build. And if all the builders that you ask that question to, are they gonna follow the exact same specifications in order to price that?
Yeah, it's kind of a dangerous conversation for clients to be having up front before you get into a working relationship with builders, in my opinion, just to make sure that you're comparing apples to apples, because we see it quite frequently. We know, for example, we're including this exact specific cooktop behind me that's a 48-inch range. If someone else is including a 30-inch cooktop, that obviously changes your dollars up front immediately. So just making sure that it's truly apples to apples throughout. Maybe it's checking your allowances if the builder's going to be working on allowances with you. But it is a tricky situation, especially for clients to have up front. So I would just encourage you to make sure to dig in, to ask questions. One thing we pride ourselves on is having complete transparency. So we're going to show you the price for that exact cooktop. And then if you want to see the price of other options, we can find those for you even before construction. But we're not just going to give you a generic allowance and then expect you to know if that's what you're hoping for or not, and then find out negatively throughout the process that it's not what you wanted. We're going to show you exactly what you want and what that costs up front. So I would just encourage you to have those conversations with any builder you're entertaining prior to signing a contract with them.
And then I think the other part of the builder-client relationship is just ultimately just choose a builder that you really trust. Because once you sign the contract, we want to make sure that our clients are ultimately, that they know what they're getting and that what they think they're getting equates to what they're actually getting. And I think that clients oftentimes find themselves in situations where they sign a contract with a builder and they ultimately find out that what they thought they were getting and what they ultimately get are two completely different things. So we try to do and spend more time up front in the process with our clients, making sure that what they expect and what they get are the same thing. And that's what's included in our pricing.
Yeah, I think a big part of it is just setting those expectations and having that conversation up front again. And as Parker alluded to, it is a long-term relationship. It's not like have a couple meetings, sign a piece of paper, and then you move into your house. What we're talking about with a truly custom build is it's a long process at times. There's a big preparation and planning portion of it up front before we even sign a contract. Then once you sign a contract, you're looking at whatever it's going to take to build that house, call it 10 months, 12 months, 2 years, depending on the house. So it is kind of a long-term relationship. So you want to make sure that it's someone you can trust, someone you can have good conversations with. Things are going to come up. It's construction. It's not perfect. So just finding a balance between being able to have that conversation with your builder and just knowing that they're looking out for your best interest.